Welcome back to Midday, Kentucky. We are here with Mr. Joey Stidham from Stidham Reconstruction and Investigation. Welcome back to the show, Joey.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
Hey, okay, so we always have you in the studio. We're always talking about your investigation work, but we've never really come outside to actually look at the vehicle that you use to go to these investigations when you're out in the field. So we wanted to bring you back to kind of show us your really cool little van here. I love it.
Well, thank you so much.
And let's start over at the end here. It has all of your equipment that is needed to do the investigative work that you do. And explain what all of this is.
Well, we have equipment through the whole truck, but the first bin is the tools that we need to mark roadways, to raise cars. One of the factors that we have is vehicular. We have to be able to get underneath the vehicles in the field, and we have the tools here to do that. You see cans of spray paint here. That's for marking evidence on the scene so we can see it with drones when we fly.
Right.
And when I go to a scene, I'll mark the scene, and my investigators will come behind me and maybe document what's there,
Gotcha.
what I've marked.
All right, and then what do we have over here too?
This next bin here is where we keep our electronics in the truck. With this, we can image the computer system, various computer systems that are in a truck or a car. And truck, we're talking about a commercial motor vehicle. We can get the data out of the engines, out of the anti-lock brake systems, out of the various modules in the truck, the GPS units, the telematics that are there,
Wow.
the infotainment systems.
Yeah. They're tracking us. Those cars are tracking us, and there's a lot of information that can be found in that, right?
There are, and we've talked about that in a previous show. You know, in the infotainment system, you can actually read your text messages. You can see pictures you've sent. You can see emails that's been sent. Watch the breadcrumb of your navigation system of where you've been.
Wow, and now we're going to go take a look also at what's inside the truck too. So let's go do that. Okay. All right, so we're at the back of the truck now. Let's take a look at everything you have in here. It's very well organized too, by the way.
Well, it has to be. We got to get in and out and be quick about things.
That's right.
The main back is just a general mechanics toolbox. I told you earlier, we have to sometimes disassemble vehicles. We have to look at brake systems, suspension systems, steering systems. That gives us the ability to do that. On the right and on the left are toolboxes at the top. Those toolboxes are full of evidence collection tools and equipment, collecting blood, hair, glass, fibers, small debris. Same thing that you see people on CSI doing, we're doing here. Shelley uses this in crime scene reconstruction. We also use it in traffic collisions when we get a wreck where he was driving, no she was driving, no they were driving. One of those situations, we have to look at the same type of evidence. This is the case for the drone. The drone's actually sitting here on the ground. I got it out. This case contains all the cables to hook up to passenger vehicles or passenger pickup trucks to get the data out. And the main back is 2 yellow tanks. That gives me the ability, that's compressed nitrogen, gives me the ability when we go look at a tractor-trailer collision for us to energize the air system and look and see if the air brakes are working properly and adjusted properly on that commercial motor vehicle. We find a lot of times simply they aren't, and that becomes an issue.
That is really, I mean, really, it's really important that you have all this equipment, and you do, and it makes it easier for you. I'm assuming too that when you get a call, it makes it easier for you to get right to the location of the scene that you need to investigate. Is that right?
It does, and Lisa, you know, I'm asked all the time why we do this and why I don't do something else. You know, in this field, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of attorneys. There's only one agency in the state of Kentucky that has this capability, and that's us.
And that's you guys. Well, we really appreciate it. I'm sure your clients all appreciate that as well, too. And you also have some equipment on the other side of the truck, too. What else do you have in here? I mean, it seems like you have everything but the kitchen sink, quite honestly.
Well, we've talked about doing surveillance and domestic work. One thing we have is 2 cameras on this side. We actually have 8, but I keep 2 on this truck that we can take anywhere. They're battery powered. They work through a cell system. I can take them anywhere. They're about the size of your fist and deploy them, and we can watch from anywhere in the world. As long as we have internet and cell service, we can watch those cameras from anywhere and record.
That is really amazing. Joey, thank you so much for showing us your truck. I really love it. And we will be right back right after this short break. You are watching Midday Kentucky.